Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Benyar BY-5208. Let's start out with the wrist check. I'm wearing the Pagani Design PDYS018, and Grogu's wearing my Demerson D20506G. Grogu saw a movie about a teenager whose parents were out of town, and he turned their place into a breakfast diner that specialized in omelets. It's called Whisking Business. All right, let's take a look at the watch. Comes in this typical Benyar box. And here it is. Isn't that a nice looking watch? I really like the dial. So I think they did a good job with this one. And look at that second hand. Look how smooth it's sweeping. That's because this has a 4 hertz movement. Can you believe that? 4 hertz movement in a $30 watch. This is the 14th Benyar on my channel. Benyar makes watches a step below Pagani Design and Cadison, as they have Chinese movements and mineral glass crystals. They also have chrome-plated alloy cases, despite saying all solid stainless steel on the case backs. This has caused some reviewers, such as Gary from I Like Watches, not to review Benyar. However, if nobody ever reviewed Benyar, how would people know that their cases were not actually solid steel until they received one? Chrome plating aside, Benyars are not bad watches for the money, and they usually have solid steel bracelets that are comfortable and look nice, even though they never seem to have any micro adjust. Benyar claims this BY-5208 is a tribute to a Grand Seiko. I've never seen a Grand Seiko in person, as there are no 80s in my neck of the woods. This Benyar also has a 4 hertz movement, which is usually unheard of in a watch in this price range. This Benyar comes in 4 different colorways, but only one bracelet option. If you're sick to death of the sky blue trend, you can also get what they call light yellow. That looks more like a sand color to me. There's also a white or black if colors aren't your thing. The watch is 40 millimeters wide, 49.6 millimeters lug to lug with inverted end links. It's 14.3 millimeters thick, but that includes this dome crystal. Has a 20 millimeter lug width, and it tapers down to 16 at the clasp. It weighs 128 grams on the supply solid steel bracelet with 2 links removed. The bezel is a chrome plated bezel, just like the case. Then we have the dial. The dial has this nice wave effect, and I really like the dial, and it's a light blue color, but it's not really what I would call Tiffany blue. And then we have the minute markers, and we have these black dots here at the 5s. And then we have the baton indices. We got double batons at the 12, 6, and 9. Singles everywhere else. We have the Benyar name printed, but applied logo. And then it says automatic water resistant. I don't know why it bothers saying water resistant. All you get is the 50. And then we have a date at the 3. And then we have the hands. We have doffing hands, and they do have lume. There's a little thin lume strip on each hand, and the lume is so bad, I don't know why they even bothered. And then we have this second hand ticking away 8 times a second, because this is a 4 hertz movement. Then we have a unsigned push-pull crown. You don't get screw down because you only get 50 meters water resistance. And then we have the crystal. The crystal's mineral glass. You don't get sapphire on a Benyar. And it's obviously domed, and it's single dome because you can see the distortion. And then we have the case. The case, once again, is a chrome-plated alloy, despite the case back saying all solid stainless steel. But it's a nice, not all chrome-plated alloys are created equal, and this one seems fine. And it has a good shape to it. And then we have the case back. We have a display case back. It says all solid stainless steel, which is a complaint because it's not. And then it says BY-5208M. Then it says 50 meters water resistant. So I guess it has 20 more meters than a Patek Cubitus. Underneath the case back is the BY-9018 movement. This is a movement that Benyar says is their own, and I'm assuming that it's not because Benyar can't make a movement. So I'm not sure where they got this movement from, but I'm assuming it's a clone of the Miyota 9015 because of the model number being a 9018. And it does have a unidirectional rotor because it spins freely in one direction. But it's not as thin as a 9015 because this watch is kind of thick. But then again, it could just be that they made this watch thick because they used the existing design. So once again, this is a 4 hertz movement, and so I don't know the jewel count, and it does hand wind, and it does hack, because most Benyar automatics in this price range do not hack. So that, once again, that also is something that the 9015 does, that the 8215 does not. So let's go ahead and put it on the Timegrapher and see. Now keep in mind, I don't know what the proper lift angle is for this watch. So I will set it to 51 degrees, which is the same lift angle as a Miyota 9015. Here it is on the Timegrapher, and it's looking pretty good. Once again, that confirms that it's a 4 hertz movement. And we're running plus 11, plus 9, plus 3. Amplitudes at 284 degrees. Once again, I have the lift angle set to 51, which is the same as the Miyota 9015. And it looks like it's a little bit of beat error, 0.2 milliseconds. But no, it's doing pretty good for a $30 watch. The bracelet is a 3-link oyster style, and the center links are brushed and not polished. One would think if you're going for the Grand Seiko look, you'd have polished center links, but I guess I don't mind. I'm fine with it. And then we have hollow end links, though not solid. But the bracelet itself is solid. And we have push pin adjusters, not screw pins. You never get screw pins on a Benyar. And this is unusual for a Benyar, because usually Benyar you get that one clasp with no micro adjust, but this time you get a butterfly, and it is signed. And so since you're not going to get micro adjust on a Benyar anyway, I'm fine with the butterfly clasp. It would be nice if they would include some half links though, but they didn't. Here's the watch on my 7.5 inch wrist. Looks nice, wears nice. I removed 2 links to fit on my wrist. So this isn't the longest bracelet in the world, but it's not super short either. I wish it did have half links though, because right now it's fitting pretty good, but sometimes it's feeling a bit loose on me. But if I remove another link, it's way too tight. Here we're on the Lume room. I don't know why this watch even has Lume, but since it has 2 tiny strips on the doffing hands, we'll test it anyway. As we speed up the time, the Lume disappears almost immediately. Why even have it if it is going to be this bad? Not good Lume at all. What I like about this watch, it looks and wears nice. I really like this wave dial here. And it has a 4 hertz movement on a $30 watch. It's hard to believe that you have a movement running this fast on a watch like this. I've only ever seen that on the Liege. What are my gripes and groans? The Lume is truly awful. And your typical Benyar complaint, chrome-plated case when it says all solid stainless steel. Once again, this wouldn't be a complaint unless they said all solid stainless steel. No micro adjust or half links. And the bracelet's a little short. I only removed 2 links. Do I recommend this watch? Sure. It looks and wears nice and has a 4 hertz movement that hacks. This has been one of my favorite Benyars ever. So this one might go to my collection. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell this one or not. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Benyar BY-5208, and I will be back with another review. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this watch, be sure to use my affiliate link and I'll get a tiny commission. But those tiny commissions do add up. Bye.